everybody, welcome. My name is Kurt, aka the Vitruvian Gamer, and I'm here with a new episode of All Aboard. Wow, it has been a while, I know, and I think I got something on my face. I don't know what this is. Alright, anyway, welcome to a long-awaited episode of All Aboard, where I talk about mostly board game related stuff, and this is pretty much unscripted. I have an idea of what I'm going to talk about, but it's not that I have an order in which I'm going to talk about it. So, first of all, the channel has been still a little bit quiet. I know I was back. I made a video, the apology video, an explanation why it's been more quiet. I think I did an unboxing of Roleplayer, I guess. And, well, disaster struck again because I started doing a new playthrough, because I already done two, I think, of Robinson Crusoe. I felt like doing one again, so I started doing it. I filmed one part, and then I filmed the second part, and my camera had not recorded anything. So that was a little bit crappy, so I put everything back in the box and gave up. It's just a little bit demotivating, but I'm not running away. So there are things coming. I'm considering doing a couple of things. Now, no promises, but I'm thinking about doing a new playthrough. I'm not going to do Robinson then, so I've got a few options that I'm interested in trying out to do a playthrough of. The 100 dungeon. It might be a little bit shiny like this. I got this laminated and stuff. So this is a free print and play D&D game, a role-playing game that you can do. Very interesting. I haven't played it yet, but it looks cool, and well, it might be interesting to show you. So that's something I'm considering. Another one is I might want to do is a role-player, but first I'll have to try the solo version myself. I haven't done that either. Another option is Arkham Horror. I'm considering Arkham Horror, the card game, of doing a playthrough of this. Although I've seen quite some YouTubers doing this already. Although I've been playing this two-player with Elisa, been enjoying this a lot. We recently died again, and now I'm considering of trying this out solo. And why not try to do this on YouTube? Who knows? We'll see. It might happen. No promises at all. That's a little bit about it. Maybe, and then I'm going to my next phase of this, or my next part of this All Aboard episode is a UK Game Expo. I've been there. I was very lucky to go there. I'll talk about that soon. I only bought 2 games there, so let me quickly talk about those. Now, first one is Blank. Blank is this, well, on first hand, it is not a unique game. This is kind of like Uno. So, very simple, play a number, you have to follow number or color or whatever. But this adds rules that you have. So, each time you play, you have 3 rules in the middle of the table that you have to follow, or you have to draw cards. Also very basic. But the cool thing, and that's the blank part, is that after each game that you play, the winner gets to change up a card. So they take something to write with, and they can write down something on a card, a new rule, or they just change another card. So I've played this a couple of times now, so I've got now 3 or 4 unique cards in there. And my plan is to try and make designers and so on write cards. So I've got, of course, now Ignacy Chevicek already, who made the rule. I got some friends already made the rule, but my plan is, if I meet designers, to let them design a card. So that's cool. It's already a unique game, so that's pretty cool. Very simple, but I like the idea. The other one that I bought, and I want to talk about that as well, because that might be one I consider doing a playthrough of together with you folks in the future. I have to play it first myself to see how it works, how it flows. So I'll have to, that's probably going to be my first play, going to be in July, and that's Untold. So Untold is a game cooperative game that uses the story cubes. Now, if you don't know story cubes are dice with pictures on each face of them, and you roll them and you make a story out of those pictures. So using all of those results of the die roll. Now this uses the Rory story cubes and adds something more to it, because together you are making your own television series, you can call it. So you will make a setting. You'll decide together which setting it all is, the base of your story, what's going to happen, and then you roll dice. You see who's the bad guy, or well, you don't see it. You decide. You choose a die with some picture on it, and you figure out what the guy or the die means, where the story is happening, and so on. Then you make some characters with some small character sheets, and then you keep going through a story, all these parts of a story that's typically for TV series, and you just keep using those story cubes. Very cool idea. So I'm looking forward to try this out, and maybe later in a little bit more far future I might consider doing this together with you. So we will roll some dice, we will make some characters and a story together. Maybe. We'll see if it's possible. So let's go back to Birmingham, to the UK Game Expo 2018. So I had the chance to go there. I'm lucky enough to be part of Portal Games Benelux, and through that I got the chance to go to Birmingham together with Portal Games. They had a bet for spare that I could use. And so I went there, and wow, what an adventure it has been. So, just before I departed, I departed on Thursday. I think Wednesday I got a message from Ignacy asking me to go to the press event because his plane would not be on time for him to make to the press event. So I had to, no, it was not the day before. It was a week before Birmingham, sorry. And so he would send me a copy of Detective and a copy of the new expansion of Imperial Settlers, the small new expansion. So he did. So I was already a little bit nervous of doing that thing. So I went there and tried to figure out where I had to be. So arrived at Birmingham on time, pretty cool. And then I got another message from Ignacy that his plane got cancelled and he wouldn't be there on Thursday. So he would arrive somewhere on Friday, the day that the convention would already be going on. So I was in charge of operations, he said, and I had to make sure our booth got set up and stuff like that. Had to cancel the press event, and now I have spent most of my evening there setting up the booth. So next day, convention opens at 9:30, and I was all alone, so I had to survive for a couple of hours, but it went very smooth. Now I didn't run any demos the time that I was alone, but I got to meet some great people there, talk to them, explain our games a little bit, sell some of our games, and I was so surprised that not one but even two people recognized me as the Vitruvian gamer. There was even one that wanted to go on a picture with me, so I was flabbergasted. That guy also offered me to get something to drink or something to eat because he saw me suffering all alone. Well, it was okay. So at noon, Ignacy and the other people of the team arrived, thank goodness, and then everything could go as planned. The only thing that didn't go as planned was that one of our volunteers didn't show up the entire weekend, so we were a little bit short on stuff, so I had to do a lot of demos and be there at the booth a lot, so I didn't get that much time to go around and see everything, and that might also be one of the reasons why I only got to buy 2 games. At the last day I shot some footage of the UK Game Expo. I'll see if I can put some stuff at the end of the video, some shots, but I'll have to see how much time I have to edit all this stuff together, because work is also being a pain in the you-know-what. Because I'm at my job the only one that actually can do my job, so was for the 4 days that I wasn't there was no one taking my spot and doing my work. And now I'm still working on getting everything figured out that happened or didn't happen. So yeah. Anywho, all right. UK Game Expo, man, cool adventure. Very, very nice people over there. I know this community is very nice, and I've been to many conventions, and all people are very friendly. But wow, Birmingham, you're at the top at this moment. So nice people. So that was pretty cool. All right, that was UK Game Expo. I could go on and tell you more and more because it was very cool. I shared my room with Marcin, the sales manager of Portal Games. He was a very nice guy. Enjoyed my time there. I got to play detective as well. I played the first scenario together with Lieve, another volunteer here from Belgium for Portal Games, and well, that was a very interesting experience. It wasn't easy with only two. We played only 2 players, and we could use 2 more brains, I think, but it was a very cool experience. I think this game might do very well because it's really you feel the influence of Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective, the game that you might know, where you go through all these mysteries that you want to solve together, and it has that same feeling, but the situation is in the present, and you have a website that you can use. Sometimes you can Google things, and the story is cool, and I'm looking forward to play more. I will play the first scenario again, but just more as a guide for the people I'm going to play this game with. But very interesting. Check it out if you want. All right, what else is going on in the Vitruvian life? Well, as I said, lots of work. So my laptop hopefully not dying. Camera, I'm keeping an eye on you this time. I hope you are still recording. Because last time the red light was burning, but you weren't doing anything. Anyway, what am I doing as well? I got here some equipment, which means paper and scissors, to continue making a new prototype, or a second prototype for my game that I'm trying to design, KissyCat. Now, I might have told you something about it, or maybe you haven't seen anything about it. So this is a small, light family game that I'm trying to design. Yeah, I'm one of those board gamers that also hopes to design a game. But a while ago I've been to a prototype day, and this Belgian publisher, they asked me to send a prototype to them because they were interested. So that was very exciting and surprising. So I have my prototype here. I have to take some pictures today to add to the rulebook, make some small improvements to some cards, and then I will send it to that publisher. So fingers crossed, and let's hope this might go somewhere. So pretty cool. Now, so I'm wondering now, are there some of my subscribers that are trying to do something like this as well? And let me know. I'm very curious. I love seeing pictures of prototypes. I follow a lot of people on Instagram and a lot of designers or as me wannabe designers, and if I see those pictures of those rough games, the prototypes with hand-drawn pictures or whatever, I really love looking at those pictures. Always intriguing. So I'm very curious if some of you also already tried to make something, or if you are also on the verge of really publishing it. Also, I might be far away, but who knows. So I'm trying to finish this. If that's sent out, I can continue with the next part of my life, which will be the World Cup. Yes, I'm a football fan. I've been playing football since I was 6. And well, I'm of course going to support it for Belgium, who hopefully will do well because they are in the golden age and they have a great team, or great players. I hope they have a great team this year as well. That will have to be seen when it starts. So my next few weeks will be all about football, or a lot about football anyways. Also, because I can stop focusing a little bit on this, I can go on and try to make a scenario. I was working and I'm first have to find my notes. So I was working on a small short scenario for Robinson Crusoe, which we could use to demo Robinson, because it's hard to demo the game. It might take a little bit too long at the convention, so I was trying to make a small scenario, very easy, but still explaining or showing the most of the things that can happen. So that's something I'm working on, or hope to continue working on pretty soon. So that's the next thing I will be trying to do after this one. This will need some more play testing and stuff like that, but for now, the design, I'm not going to change too much about it at this moment in time until someone tells me that I should. We'll see. All right, what else? Well, I hope to find some time to film some things, maybe a playthrough with everything working, the sound, the camera, laptop. I hope I can do some things for you. We'll see about that. And well, until then, I hope to play more games. And well, that's it. That's what I'm planning to do. And well, let me know what you're doing, what you're all up to, what are the games that you've been playing, you've been wanting to buy. Because man, I couldn't find any game at UK Game Expo that I really wanted, except for Untold. That's one I was looking for in Belgium. I couldn't find it, so I bought it in England. But I'm waiting for that next big game that interests me. Or big, doesn't have to be big, but it has to be good. That's for sure. Anyway, folks, this has probably taken way too long already, although I'm still doing well. I hope you're still here. If you are, thank you. If you aren't here anymore, thank you as well, although you won't see me thanking you. Man, this has been a rambling again, as I always do. I'm sorry about that, but some of you like it, so that's something. Thanks, folks. Thanks for watching. I'm going to end it here before this is a 3-hour video. So, folks, thanks again. Thanks for sticking with me, and I hope to see you all in the future. Bye-bye.